All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. We are back with hashtag Mixed Media March 25, the challenge hosted by Ceri the Crafter here on YouTube. And today is day 21. These are the pieces that I still have available to me, and I think I'm just going to do them in the same order I've been doing them, where I've been going small, medium, large. Since that's what I did for the first several days, I think I'm just going to go with it. So that makes it pretty easy to at least choose the one that we're going to work with today. And this gel print was actually one of my attempts at doing the Maker's Color combo for February. Didn't turn out quite how I wanted, but I still really love the pattern. And I'm feeling I want to keep it pretty simple today. So let me grab these again really quickly. So I've got kind of a leaf nature bird one here, girl with butterfly, some flowers. This is all very nature themed. Got the moon one. Still really want to play around with that technique, but on a larger piece. Another butterfly with kind of a night scene here. Just some little bits of collaging stuff. And I think, let's see, I have 1, 2 that have book pages. I think I want to use some more book page. So I think I'm going to layer some book page. Probably not too much. I do have a whole bunch of scraps that are available to me. See, is there another one over here? Yes. And then, whoops, excuse me, this one. So I think it actually kind of looks like this one will fit just about perfectly. What do we think about that? Well, look at that. Yeah, okay, cool. So that made that pretty easy. And I think I might want to ink around the edges on this one. So let me grab my little dauber here, and I'll go in with the Scorched Timber. This is a really dark background, so I think we need a little bit of darkness around the edges here, just to make it stand out a little more. This paper is very, very soft, so it does make it a little hard to ink up the edges, but I think this will work out just fine. I think it will be just fine. So I've been loving looking at what everyone's coming up with. Margie and Dawn, the two ladies that I am splitting this challenge with, have been doing absolutely phenomenally. They are linked in the description box below if you're not already following them. And I want to keep this one fairly simple today, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. Let's do it somewhat straight. And I didn't bother inking the edges down here yet, because I'll have to do that once we cut the excess off. Just make sure we get those parts glued down. Perfect. And then I kind of want to use like stuff that I've already used, like bringing in some extra elements. So I might want to use like a leaf in this one. Maybe, oh, I think I have some more of that corrugated cardboard. I've also got fabric on this one that I don't think I have anywhere else. Yeah, okay. So maybe some fabric, maybe some of the corrugated cardboard, and then maybe a leaf. What do we think? What do we think? If I'm going to do the corrugated cardboard, then that is something I need to put more on the top. I do still have an extra piece here, which I think that might be too big. So I will just tear that. Which piece do I like better? think I actually kind of like the straight one. I don't usually like straight stuff, so that's kind of funny. Funny that that's how I'm feeling about it, but I am. And again, I just want to show some more of this texture. So I will remove, I should probably close my ink. Just remove part of this. Come on. There you go. Maybe not all of it, maybe not all of it. Or all of it, that works too. Whoops. That was kind of my fault. I chose the wrong place to tear there. That's okay. It's a little difficult to see sometimes. There we go. We'll leave a part of it there. Yeah, like so, like so. And then, oh, I mean, I could put the fabric on top, but I think the fabric I want to keep on the bottom. The little scraps that I have currently on my desk, I've got some of this brown and some of this green. Green or brown. Well, I think the brown ties in too closely to the corrugated cardboard, so I'm gonna go with the green. I cannot believe that we are already 2/3 of the way through this challenge. It is insane. Up or down? Down. I was expecting it to go a lot slower than it is. I don't know why. Time seems to have sped up, you know, every year, I guess. It's what happens when you get older. But I was definitely expecting this to feel like it was taking a lot longer than it is. And I'm like, oh, geez, we're already almost all the way through it. So maybe something like that. We'll get a little bit of the texture showing out on the edge here. Maybe I do want a little bit of extra string. Like that. Just so we get more of that texture over there. That's all. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let me go ahead and glue these down. Okay, so I think that does pretty good for the background. I may need to darken or lighten up this cardboard depending on what leaf we pick. Let me just grab some of my dried bits here. I think most of these are probably going to be too big. Ooh, this evergreen would look really nice. Do I have a small enough one? I mean, it's not like I can't just cut it down if I need a smaller piece, but if I already have one that's a little smaller, I would like to use that. And these still smell like really good. No, none of them are very small, so I'll just grab one and we can trim it down. So I just go around, usually during the fall. Sometimes I do it at other times, and I'll pick up little bits and pieces of flowers and branches and such. This actually came from a bouquet. I believe it was my birthday bouquet that Rob got for me. So let's see. I do like that. I'm going to need to remove a little bit. Does it stand out enough? I think so. I think I may need to do something with this cardboard. And I did think I might have to. So I'm actually going to just darken up the paper a little bit here with that same ink. And the cardboard. Do I want to go darker or lighter? I think I'm going to go a little darker. And what do I want to use for that? Now, if I'd thought about it before I glued it down, I could have used a spray stain, but I did not think about that. I mean, I guess I still could and just use the nozzle as like a little dropper. This is a new one. Hold on, let me open it. Okay, so fingers crossed this is gonna work. I've seen other people use them like this, but I never have, so I'm a little worried. I could just put it down and then use some water to spread it. Okay, I think that should be more than enough because it's pretty concentrated stuff, so. Okay, so I actually quite like the look that that gave. I'm gonna have to play with that another time, maybe on a larger piece, but I do really like it. I may even just darken up those ridges a little more, just with leftover ink. And let's see. Okay. I do like that. Shall we do some splatters in the background? I mean, who doesn't like splatters? What color should we go with? I'm thinking I may go with gold. Oh, I also have, if I can find it, there it is. I still have some of this gold as well. No, I'll just do my gold splatters. Okay, so that is what it looks like now. I love the gold splatters. I also forgot, I'm happy with it. It makes me happy, but they kind of like spread out more on that book page because it's a lot more porous, so they kind of seep. And I'm thinking I like this gold a lot. It makes me want to bring more in. And I think I'm going to. I think I shall grab my gilding wax, luster wax, gilding wax. I can never remember which one it's called. It is luster wax. And I'm just going to get some of that and go over, yes. Aren't you getting rid of the texture that you had before, Brandy? Sure, a little bit. But that makes me happy. So, add a little bit on the edge as well. And then I think I might, instead of drawing the border around like I usually do, I think I'm just going to do the edges in gold because I can. All right, let me go wash my hands off. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so love that, love that. The next thing, okay, so I want to add my little branch here. I think I want to do the number down here. Do I want to do that before I attach it? Possibly, possibly. Let's see, I have, come here please. Come here, little one. Do you have, nope, doesn't have the right days. I have this one. It's a little more purpley than blue, but I think it fits. Do you think it fits? I think it fits. I'm gonna use this. Okay, now to attach this leaf, normally what I've been doing to attach pretty much everything so far in Mixed Media March has been to use my acrylic matte medium, this one here. This one I do not think has a strong enough hold. So this leaf's quite a bit thicker and has a lot more structure. So it has a lot more ability to break off little parts and stuff like that than the other one does. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, hello, excuse me, please stay where you're supposed to, my matte gel medium. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the Crafter's Workshop matte gel medium clear, and it's a lot thicker bodied. So I think this one, if I can get it open, this one I think is going to have a much better hold for something that's a little thicker like this. It does take quite a bit longer to dry, but it's really strong. I use it a lot for, why can't I think of the name of the word? The little dioramas and stuff that I make, or some of my other mixed media work where there's a really heavy thing that needs to be put down and I don't want it to move. Just because it has a much, much better hold. And I'm just getting a decent coating of it here on the back. Trying not to overwhelm it, but I do need enough to make sure this is all going to stick down nice and good. And let's make sure we get the correct placement here. And I want it about there. So, like I said, this one takes a bit longer. I'm actually going to go with a little bit smaller brush for this next part. It takes quite a bit longer to dry, so I'll actually have to put something on top of this to make sure it is not moving around, because you can see, because I'm not putting it on a level surface, it doesn't really want to stay flat. So I'm just going to make sure I get in some of these nooks and crannies. Crannies? How do y'all say it? And am I now just talking to myself? Yes, kind of. I do it frequently. Just getting a coat on this. It's going to help keep it stable because it basically seals the whole thing. And I'll just grab probably a silicone mat and then lay a book on top of this until it is dry so that everything adheres the way that I want it to. Okay, so yeah, let me give that a little bit of time to dry and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so here it is. There's still a couple little spots that need to dry, but that's okay. That is going to take a little bit of time, and you just got to be okay with it. I'm just going to sign down here in the corner. Perfect. And that is going to be it for today. There it is, day 21 of Mixed Media March 25. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.